Welcome back to our channel, everybody. Let us just jump right into the absolute chaos that is unfolding this week. Because, wow. Just wow. So, let us start with Abe and Lexie. They are having a wedding, and it is a heartbreaking goodbye. Because Lexie is back. But she is dying again. And what does she do? She marries Abe. Because of course she does. They are having this whole wedding ceremony. And Theo is there watching his parents. It is supposed to be this beautiful family moment. But it is actually super dark and depressing. Because Lexie knows she is on borrowed time. The resurrection drug is failing. Rolf's little science experiment is a complete bust. And Lexie is just trying to give Abe one last good memory. But honestly, does it make sense? Not really. She is basically setting him up to grieve her all over again. And Abe is just so happy right now. He has his wife back. He has his family back. He thinks this is a fresh start for them. He even put his feelings for Paulina on hold for this. But it is a ticking time bomb. And Lexie knows it. And then we get to the crazy part. Because this is days of our lives. So a simple tragic wedding is not enough for these writers. No. We need a kidnapping plot mixed in. Enter Kristen DiMera. Kristen is in massive trouble right now. EJ found out that Kristen used Sophia to try and kill Johnny in that awful apartment fire. EJ is furious. He wants Kristen gone. He is planning to kidnap his own sister and ship her off to some DiMera private island to just rot away forever. And Kristen knows this. She is terrified because EJ is not playing around anymore. He is going full Stefano mode. He has the ring and everything. So Kristen needs an escape plan fast. She needs to get out of Salem before EJ's goons grab her. So what is the plan? A DiMera version of the Parent Trap. Yes, you heard that right. Lexie and Kristen decide to switch places. Lexie agrees to let EJ kidnap her instead of Kristen. So Kristen can just vanish into thin air, and Lexie will take the fall. Why? Because Lexie knows she is dying anyway. She figures she might as well help Kristen escape. But let us just think about this logic for a second. Lexie marries Abe to say a beautiful goodbye. And then her plan is to just get kidnapped by EJ so Abe thinks she is missing or taken hostage. How does that make Abe miss her less? It is so clunky. The logic is just not there. But that is what they are doing. Lexie is sacrificing her last days of freedom to save Kristen from EJ's wrath. It is a wild choice. But it is happening. But before Kristen goes on the run, she has a stop to make. She has to see Rachel, her daughter, and this scene is just incredibly toxic. Kristen knows she might not see Rachel for a very long time, maybe years, so she decides to use this final goodbye to just fill Rachel's head with absolute poison. She is telling her daughter to be awful, to make mommy proud. Kristen is basically training Rachel to be the next legacy villain of Salem. She wants Rachel to hate EJ, to hate everyone who ever crossed them. And Rachel is just soaking it all in because she worships her mother. It is actually really sad to watch because Brady is trying so hard to keep Rachel normal and safe. But Kristen is just ruining all of that progress. She is leaving Rachel with all this anger and toxicity. Just a terrible parenting moment, but very on brand for Kristen. She wants a mini-me to carry on her grudges. But guess what? The plan goes wrong, because of course it does. Next week, spoilers say, the big switch gets completely derailed. Kristen and Lexie cannot pull off the Parent Trap move. Maybe EJ catches on because he is not stupid. Or maybe the timing is just off. We do not know exactly how it falls apart. But it does. And that leaves Kristen in a really bad spot, because now her cover is blown and she is at serious risk of actually getting shipped off to that private island. EJ is not going to show any mercy. He is out for blood after what she did to Johnny. So Kristen is going to have to scramble, but she might be completely out of options this time. She might actually lose. And the main reason the plan probably fails is Lexie, because Lexie's health takes a massive nosedive. She gets way sicker very fast. The Versavix drug is completely wearing off. The headaches are getting worse. The collapsing is happening more often. It all catches up to her. And she ends up hospitalized, which completely ruins the kidnapping switch timeline. Lexie is stuck in a hospital bed, hooked up to monitors and machines, dying all over again. And it is just brutal to watch, because she just had this wedding with Abe. They just said their vows. And now she is crashing hard. The reality is hitting everyone. The miracle cure was a fake out. It was just temporary. So now Abe and Theo are at the hospital, and they are about to find out the terrible truth. They are on the verge of discovering that Lexie is dying. Again, and this is going to absolutely break them. Theo has been holding on to this secret that Lexie was alive for so long. He was so happy to have his mom back. And Abe was just getting used to having his wife back in his arms. He was torn between her and Paulina for a minute, but he chose Lexie. He married her again to prove his love. And now she is being ripped away from him a second time. The grief is going to be unimaginable for this family, because losing someone once is hard enough, but getting them back just to lose them exactly the same way, that is pure psychological torture. And you better believe they are going to want answers. Abe and Theo are not just going to sit there and cry in the waiting room. They are going to want someone to blame for this nightmare. And that someone is EJ DiMera. Because EJ is the one who played God. EJ is the one who funded Dr. Rolf's insane lab. EJ is the one who brought Lexie back with a faulty, untested drug and kept it a massive secret from everyone. And Abe is going to hold EJ completely accountable for this failure. The spoilers say Abe is going to absolutely lose it. He is going to kick EJ out of Lexie's hospital room. There is going to be a massive, explosive confrontation in the hallways of University Hospital. And honestly, EJ deserves every bit of it. He has been acting like a total monster. He thinks he can just control life and death like it is a game. He thinks he is Stefano Reborn. But he is just making a giant mess of everyone's lives. He brought his sister back to life without knowing if the cure was permanent. He gave Abe and Theo false hope. And now he has to face the wrath of a grieving husband and a devastated son. And EJ is probably just going to defend himself. He is going to say he did it for the family, because that is his excuse for everything now. But Abe is not going to care about DiMera legacy excuses. Abe is going to want EJ to pay for playing with Lexie's life. And playing with their hearts, it is going to be a really heavy week of episodes. So brace yourselves for a lot of tears and a lot of yelling. We will be here to cover all of it as it happens.